David, thank you for being here. It's great to have you. And you've founded QuickData.ai,
Yes.
and it's in the commercial real estate sector,
Yes.
Trying to make impact and shift within the AI realm. So, in a nutshell, what does it do? What is its mission?
So we do two things. Number one, we build AI tools for commercial real estate. I'll give you one example, an AI tool that automates multifamily acquisitions and underwriting. So normally, if you want to acquire a property, you get a bunch of financial documents and you have to manually copy and paste the data from those documents into your underwriting model, which takes up a lot of time. That's just before you could even start analyzing the property. And you have to do that for each and every property. So with AI, you can automate data inputs by simply uploading the documents. AI extracts all the data that you need, inputs it into your underwriting model automatically, and lets you start straight from the underwriting as opposed to the time-consuming part of data entry. So that's one use case of AI, and those are the kind of tools that we build.
So yeah, how was the initial reaction when you brought this out to the market? Like, I should ask, how is adoption in the CRE industry?
It's slow and steady, but this year it has really picked up because initially AI tools were being adopted the wrong way, and I could go into exactly what that means. And now people are learning from past mistakes of last year of how to use and not use AI tools, and now the adoption has really gone through the roof.
Talk to us about the wrong way.
Okay, so 3 mistakes that folks made. So last year, 2025, 9 out of every 10 commercial real estate companies adopted some AI tool as a pilot to use. And less than 1 in 10 reported positive results from AI adoption. So how come the large failure rate? Number one, people start with a tool and they present this shiny object, this tool, and they say, oh,
look what it
the underwriting department, look what it could do, go ahead and use this tool. And then people are like, okay, well that's nice, but I'm gonna go back to the process that I'm used to. What we encourage people to do and what we work with people on doing is start with the process. What does underwriting, and I'm just using that process as an example, what does that look like? What do you have to do day to day? What are repetitive tasks that are annoying and time consuming? How can we get AI to automate those specific tasks so your existing process is much quicker and easier? And as a result, if you start with the people and the process and then the tool becomes a solution, it doesn't feel like you're imposing an AI tool, but rather solving a problem for people, and then adoption increases. That's number one. Number two is knowing when not to use AI. Because if you ask AI, hey, what should I pay for a particular property? It'll give you an answer, but how are you going to invest $30, $50 million into a property because AI is some magical black box spit out an answer? So for some things we say don't use AI and know when to use AI. So for data entry and data automation, we say AI was going to save you a lot of time. But for decision making, that's where the human comes in, and human analysis is, in my opinion, not going to replace AI.
Doing this for all this time that you brought this to market really led you to conclude that you actually do this whole adoption / integration and training in a really good way. You actually created a whole product and offering out of this.
Yes, a lot of our clients that are using these tools that we created said, can you also help us use AI for a different use case? So it could be real estate underwriting and analysis. It could be property management. It could be investor relations. It could be renter acquisition and marketing. There's many, many different use cases for AI in commercial real estate. And a lot of people would reach out to us and say, can you also help me do this? And so we created a whole new training program where we say, look, it is a lot easier than it looks. AI isn't some mysterious thing that you can't solve for. It is something that we're going to train you on. So inside the company, you know, in various departments from acquisitions to back office to accounting to marketing, know how to use AI and are fully capable of taking the AI advancements that happen and incorporating them and making your company 10 times more efficient. So we say, look, don't rely on me for AI, know how to use AI internally. We're going to train you how to do that so that you become the expert in AI and are able to do it in-house. And it's much easier than, people are afraid of AI. We bridge that gap. We say, we're going to come in, make sure you know AI, you're comfortable with it, your people are comfortable with it, and you're not going to be left behind by your competition as a result.
Are you going to branch out beyond real estate with this type of approach, or
maybe we're going to do other industries? Right now, we're experts in real estate. We're experts in AI. We've combined the two at QuickData.ai so that we're going to really focus on commercial real estate companies and over time in additional industries as well.
How long has it been? A few months that you this pivot, or a year?
The training has been going on for 3 months quite successfully, and the company has been making AI tools for a year and a half.
And so I have to ask you, this is, at the end of the day, we touch on a variety of economic aspects. what is the sentiment today in the commercial real estate industry? What is the, how is it going in commercial real estate?
There's a lot of
in the States?
excitement, but people don't know how to leverage that excitement and turn it into practical applications of AI use in-house. So that's something that we help with. We bridge that gap. Morgan Stanley estimates that 37% of current tasks that are done within the commercial real estate industry will be automated by AI. So the question is, are you going to be the type of company that leverages that inflection point and gets with the program, uses AI, becomes more efficient, becomes more competitive, or unfortunately you're going to be left behind, right? So that's where we come in and we train your people so that you're able to take advantage of that and be part of that statistic by Morgan Stanley that 37% of those tasks will be automated, and those who don't automate it will unfortunately get left behind.
That's amazing. And so this is the year where AI makes its way into the commercial real estate sector?
I believe so. Of course, I'm biased, but yes, we see a lot of adoption this year especially. Last year, there was a lot of excitement. People tried AI, but did it wrong. This year, people are learning from that and really incorporating AI in a very useful, practical way to 10x their output. So now you have somebody, let's say an underwriting analyst, doing the productivity, the work of 3 analysts, so they're much more valuable, and we could do that across every single department.
And before we let you go, you've come across a couple of players in your industry from Israel that you were actually pretty impressed with.
Yes, Agora is one company. Shout out to them. They're not paying me to say this. Cubic is another company. There's a few more, but...
and I have to say, Agora is a company that you've been exposed to since about 2012. I know that because that's when I met them too. David, thank you very much for being with me today. And best of luck with QuickData.ai. We'll have you back to see how things are going, especially on the training side. Stay here for a few moments before the closing bell.